Hello, I'm Brian Noble, CEO of Family Policy Institute of Washington.
And I'm Brad Payne, president of FPIW Action.
Couple disclaimers before we get started today. Nothing in this video is to be considered an endorsement of the candidate, nor the candidate's endorsement of FPIW or FPIW Action. It's simply a public service to meet and greet the candidate. Also, this is pre-recorded and will be placed on several of FPIW and FPIW Action platforms. Brad?
All right, David, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you coming on.
Thank you very much for inviting me and having me here.
Yeah. So first question is very easy. It's kind of a three-parter, but if you would state your name and the position that you're running for, and follow that up with a little introduction of yourself, and then if you're willing, talk a little bit about your family.
Sure. My name is David Tilton. I'm running for U.S. Senator for Washington, and I've lived and raised my family in Washington for over 2 decades. I've seen some of the best of Washington and some of the worst. I'm also a veteran of the U.S. Air Force, and I have served with honor multiple times overseas deployments and have gained an understanding of global affairs and the intricacies of multiple different cultures. I've also worked within real estate, youth education, uh, business analytics, local and international, as well as a little bit of real estate as well. Did I mention that? Maybe. Uh,
Good.
in retail, obviously, I get a kind of understanding of the customer's needs, and market dynamics. But also, I have a lot of managerial roles where I have gotten to understand those kind of things as well. In real estate, I got insights into property markets, management, investment strategies, and ever-changing landscape of housing demands. I have dedicated myself to nurturing the minds of the youth, not only my own children, of course, but of other people's as well. And also have many friends that are in those industries as well that always kind of share the information with me. In my role in business data analytics, both local and international, that's been my most recent industry I've been in for more than 8 years. There's just huge and data sets that I'm going through, and I'm working with businesses all over the world, literally globally, and I'm always looking for ways to innovate and add growth into those things. So combining all those things together, I have a multifaceted understanding of various different industries and a strong set of leadership and problem solving and communication skills that I bring
Excellent.
to the table. Yeah.
What would be motivating you to run for U.S. Senator?
So yeah, that's a great question. Over the course of 6 decades, I've witnessed a decline in the government's ability to truly represent the interests of the American citizens, both locally and nationally. I've seen people as well as myself lost faith in the government. Instead of prioritizing public service, uh, there has been a troubling focus on self-empowerment of and divisive political agendas. My highest priority is representing the diverse voices of the American citizens across all spectrums in Congress. I firmly oppose any erosion of vital government policies and functions of partisan divides or special interest influences. The hardworking citizens are the bedrock of our nation, and they grapple with escalating taxes and living expenses surpassing wage growth. Fiscal responsibility requires effective budgeting, effective waste, or not effective, but eliminating some wasteful spending, reducing debt accumulation, and returning the profits to the people to revitalize our economy and our society.
All
So,
right. So I'm going to dovetail that with the next question. Uh, Pick two issues or concerns that you'd like to talk about, and then what you would hope to accomplish in office if you're elected.
sure. Let's see. Hmm. Well, we don't really have too much time to talk, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. So essentially, I aim to steer the United States away from crippling national debt, steering us away from inflation and avoiding escalating conflicts that are abroad. I want to advocate for rebuilding our global reputation through leadership in humanitarian aid and sustainable solutions that uplift the struggling nations around the world. Moreover, I intend to bring jobs back to our shores by incentivize businesses to hire locally, reversing the trend of outsourcing that has drained our national wealth. Finally, restoring faith in our governmental processes to accurately represent the needs of all citizens in America.
Great. And our fourth and final question is FPIW action and FPIW provided 18 policies or issues that we're constantly working on, from legal immigration, public safety, parental rights, quality education, energy, transportation, homelessness. I mean, the list goes on. Any of those that you'd like to mention or talk about as other issues?
I would love to talk about all of them, but very limited time.
Yeah.
One thing I don't ever really get much time to talk about is my approach to environmental compliance and renewable energy in the grid's reliability. Washington State's energy grid system has been in place for several decades, and it's far too slow to adopt modern technologies. Improved reliability and addressing challenges such as climate change, evolving energy demands are required to ensuring future stability. Advancements in smart grid technology and localized energy storage is something that we really need to start doing and stop the reliance on this really, really old technology and really start utilizing all these new advancements that we have. Compartmentalization to reduce outage duration and widespread customer impact as well. So every winter that we see that comes around, we have huge outages or windstorms come through, and people will be without energy that could be critical in many places for weeks, if not longer. And that's something that shouldn't be happening nowadays. And then, of course, investment into proven and emerging technologies. But we also have seen things like huge advancements in things like geothermal technologies, and we aren't even tapping into those kind of things. We really need to start focusing on all these things to really help and make the place a better place before we get into crisis mode. Be more proactive in things we do.
Yeah. All right. Well, David, thank you so much for coming on. We know that anybody running a campaign is very busy, and we appreciate you taking time to visit with us this afternoon. And good luck in the next week. I got one more hard push for the primary. So,
yep.
All right. Thank you FPIW action.
And I'm Brian Noble with FPIW. A simple reminder, nothing in this video is considered an endorsement of the candidate, nor the candidate's endorsement of FPIW, nor FPIW action. Like we like to say around here, go out there and love your neighbor by faithfully stewarding the public square.